Hey, I've been working on a few things to help deprogram us, to help re-assimilate us back into civilized society after Trump is gone. You know, after he loses the election, which he will, and after he's locked up in prison, which he will be. So we're going to need to learn some things, all right? One of the things is let's understand the definitions of some of the words and phrases that we use, or let's not use them at all, okay? Let's start with an easy one that we've been using as of late quite a bit. The phrase, fighting age men. Those fighting age men coming across our border. Well, see, those are also working age men. Yep, fighting age men just happen to be the same age as working age men. See how that works? See, the only difference is we put that word fighting up there because that's a scary word. That's to elicit fear in people. That's called fear-mongering. So, fighting age men is the same as working age men, which coincidentally can be condensed down even further to simply men. So we can start using the proper terminology going forward because we don't live in a fascist America. Okay, so next, one of the things that we do quite a bit is we say we don't live in a democracy, we live in a constitutional republic. Well, both of those can be true at the same time. See, yes, we are a republic that has a constitution, i.e. constitutional republic. But we elect our officials through democracy. Yep, see, we have a Senate and a House of Representatives, which is a representative democracy. We elect our local officials through direct democracy. We elect our House and our Senate through democracy. See how that works? So we live in a constitutional republic and a democracy. And I understand why we say it, and I'll get to that later. Now, another thing that we do, which is just completely idiotic. Well, it's just two wings of the same bird. Okay, all birds have two wings. This is true. Our bird has two wings. See, one of those wings is trying to keep that bird aloft. That wing is trying to keep that bird gliding, trying to maintain altitude and heading. Now, while the other wing is constantly checking that bird to make sure that it has not changed the gender that it was born into. It does it all the time. And if it's not doing that, it is preoccupied with counting that bird's eggs to make sure that every single egg is hatched. It's obsessed with them. And if it's not doing that, well, then it's just smacking the bird upside the head constantly, trying to get that bird to crash into the ground. So yes, two wings on the same bird. It just so happens that one of those wings is trying to maintain democracy, its altitude, and its heading, while the other wing is psychotic. Okay, so now let's move on to one of the craziest words that we use all the time that we definitely do not understand the definition of. And that word is patriot. See, a patriot or patriotism, a people that love their country. They honor their institutions. They're inclusive. They defend democracy. Those are patriots. We're not that, y'all. See, because one, the reason why we call our country a constitutional republic and not a democracy is because we are actively trying to destroy democracy and install an authoritarian dictator. See, that's not patriotism. While at the same time, we're promoting isolationism. We ain't spending no more money over there in Ukraine. We'll let Russia have Ukraine. We just mind our own business. That's isolationism. Okay? While at the same time, who the hell are these fighting age men coming across our southern border? That is xenophobia, anti-immigration. See, all of those things add up to not patriotism. They add up to fascism. They match it entirely. The textbook definition, you can look up the 14 characteristics of fascism. That's us, fascist. So, anyway, I hope these definitions will help us going forward. We do need to understand these because we're not going to have Trump and our fascist little ideas into the future, okay, fascist? So, work on the definitions. Let's start using them in the correct context, okay? And inmate Trump 2024.